Hi, so today we'll incorporate a little bit of weights. So the weights is still a gentle movement. I encourage you to give it a try. Know that weights are optional, but the weight size that I have are 3-pound weights and 5-pound weights. I encourage you to grab a couple, try this a couple rounds, and notice what feels good in your body. I also have like a chair that I've been using in the videos. You can grab a chair if you have sensitive heels, ankles, knees, lower back. At any time, you can use any of these exercises in a chair. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll start with shoulder and neck stretches. So I'm going to take a seat. You can take this standing on a prop, anything that feels good. All right, so out of seated position, you want your legs nice and still. And then take your left hand across your body, hook with your right. Bump your right ear, right shoulder, gentle pressure. All right, back up to center. And other side, big swing. Drop your left ear, left shoulder. Back to center, 5 swings. Open up the arms, clap the palms together. 4, 3, let your chest go forward. 2, and 1. Hands to your heart center, interlace your fingers, and just rotate the wrist in any direction. And then take both fists, go ahead and turn your wrist. Take your right elbow up towards the sky, give yourself a pat onto the back, feel length, and then lean over to your left. And take your time, other side, lean over to your right. Back to center, hands go down. Twist towards the right, gaze over your right shoulder. Back to center, gaze over your left shoulder. Back to center. So in each position, make sure your shoulders stay over your hips. At any time you feel any slouching, come back to center, feel more length. Left hand goes down towards the side, right ear, right shoulder, lift chin up, chest up, breathe. And other side. Back to center, chest expansion, hands go back behind you. Knuckles go down and away. Drop your chin down to your chest. Lift your head up, take your knuckles over to the left, and drop your nose down to your right. And other side, take your knuckles to the right, nose to your left. All right, back up to center. Hands down to the lap, take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Big breath in. And big breath out. 2 more. All right, slowly open up your eyes. Take your hand to your belly, one or both. Let your belly puff up with air as you inhale, and exhale, navel to the spine, in and up. Inhale, puff up your belly. Exhale, navel towards the spine, in and up. So every time we do an exhale, if it's a bicep curl, you want to feel that sensation. Hammer curl, you want to feel that sensation. Exhale all the way, navel towards the spine. So just remember that focus, really focus on breath as you go through these exercises. We'll go ahead and grab our heavy set of weights and meet in a standing position for hammer curls and bicep curls. So a heavy set of weights to open up the bigger muscle groups. So biceps and hammer curls, they look easy, they can be easy, but make it a little bit strong. Fan out your toes, individually press down. Navel towards the spine as you exhale. hammer curls, weights to the shoulders. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Inhale down, exhale, lift. 5 more. Really focus on your breath. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Add a narrow squat. So inhale down to your knees, pop up towards your hips, lift up to a hammer curl. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Exhale, lift once again. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, hammer curl. Take 5 more. These can be slow as you pop up. These can be a little bit faster. 1 breath, inhale down, and exhale, lift. So your variation here, just 3 more. All right, you can keep the squat. We're adding on very short sets. So you go narrow squat, pop up to the shoulders, overhead press. Inhale down to the shoulders, down to the hips, halfway down or lower, lift up, shoulders, overhead. Down, down, lift, lift, press. There you go. These can be slow or fast. 5 more. 5. Always know that you can come to a seat and just work the upper body. Two more. All right. Either keep your weights by your side or hands to your heart center. You're going to stick your butt back and then lift. If you have a chair, I encourage you to touch your butt down and lift up. Touch your butt down and lift. So you know here, you're not going down as far. If you really tap down to that chair, you go down just a little bit lower. Stick your butt back, engage your core, and lift press. Now these we take 10 more. All right, back where we started, first variation. Last variation, down, hips, lift, press. 5 more. Press. 4 more. Great job. Without the overhead press, squat down, lift up to the shoulders. Down, lift up, shoulders. 5 more. Great job. Either stay in standing or come to your seat. Hammer curls, exhale, lift up curl, hover halfway, lift up curl. So a little bit different than going the full variation. Lift, lift 5, 4, 3, 2. We switch to bicep curls. Weights go forward, palms face up. Exhale, lift, lift. Exhale. Navel towards the spine. 10, 9, 8, Breathe. Great job. Keep your pinkies towards your chin. So we'll take an overhead press. It's called an Arnold press. You'll flip your palm up towards the sky. Inhale down. Palms face you to start. Exhale, flip your palms, press up. Inhale down. Exhale, press. This can be done one arm at a time. This can be done both at a seat or standing. Even if you're at a seat, you want to feel your energy going up. Navel towards the spine as you breathe. 5 more. Great job. Awesome. Go ahead and take your hands to your heart center. Meet at a standing position. Come to the top of your mat. Sumo squats or wide squats. Hands to your heart center. Sit back to the low, low chair, or begin to tap the chair and rise up. So challenge yourself, and also legs and hands can be straight rather than heart center. Inhale, tap down, exhale, lift. 10 more. Great job, all the way up to standing. Take your feet and hips with distance. This can be done with light set of weights or heavy. Bring your thumbs towards your chin and lift your elbows up. Inhale down, exhale, lift. This can be done standing or at a seat. Lift, hover, rest, lift, hover, rest. 5, not here for as long. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So this will be at a standing position, top of your mat, deadlifts. Feel as if you're squeezing a block between the thighs, or go ahead and take a block there. Flat spine, so if you have a mirror you can gaze in, or the camera, flat spine just to the knees. Exhale, pop up, engage your glutes. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Down, exhale, engage, lift. Down, lift. 10. Great job, yogis. So we're going to add on the combo with that is lowering down towards the knees, lift up, lift chin towards your, or the thumbs towards your chin. Down, lift, lift. Down, lift, lift. Here's 5. Inhale down, exhale, lift, lift. Nice, just 1 more. Great job. We're gonna ditch the weights, ditch the heavy weights and come up to your light set of weights. I'm gonna take a seat here. Once again, you can too. Working more on the rotator cuff, more sensitivity to the shoulders. So if anything feels too much of a discomfort, always can skip it. So elbows to the side, cross, squeeze, shoulders. So once again, it looks easy, but it's working a lot of muscles here. We're here for 10, Now keep your arms out, flip your thumbs up, halfway, open up, squeeze. Squeeze. So the intention is working our back here. So as you exhale, squeeze back. Here's 8, 7, keep going, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your left hand to your heart center, right hand to the side, big wingspan. So your legs are nice and active. Even if you want to place a block in between the thighs to make sure your thighs are working in a standing position or at a seat. Right hand out to the side, big wingspan overhead, hover down, squeeze your block. Here for 10. And these weights are getting me out of breath. I hope they're getting you out of breath. This can be a daily practice. You can add on or take away. Here's 5, 4, 3, squeeze your block, 2, and 1. Other side. Open up, lift, squeeze, 10. Know that if you have heavier weights, always just go slower. 2 more. All right, elbows to the side, palms face up, similar to where we started. Squeeze your block, go out, in, out, squeeze, squeeze. Shoulders back, here's 10. Great job. Hands to your heart center, and let's get down to our back for core. All right, so I'm gonna move this just a little bit so you can see my legs. Go ahead and come down to your back. Hands go behind the back of your head. Elbows out wide. And then you'll take your chest up to a hover, draw your head back into your palms, and tiny crunch. Lift, hover, lift, exhale, lift. So it's navel towards the spine. That can be the only movement that you do. Pelvic floor engage, lift, squeeze, hover, squeeze, lift, lift. So the thighs are still working a lot. Feel as if you're squeezing a block between the thighs. Drive your heels down. Lift, crunch, lift, lift. 10. Relax your head down. Hands go down to your side. I'll show you the modification. I encourage you to take both knees at a time. You'll take your left knee up, tap your toes forward and in. So once again, I encourage you to take both knees at the same time. Forward, exhale in. If the lower back rises, just a tiny hinge forward and exhale in. Tap your toes down, exhale in. Modification is one leg at a time. I encourage you to do both. Exhale in. We're not here for as long, just 5 more. Lower back stays down, 4. Breathe, 3, 2, and 1. Take your legs up straight up to the sky. Wiggle your wrist underneath your glutes. Either one leg at a time, halfway down and lift, or both legs at the same time and lift. Hover, lift. 10. Use your lower belly. 9. Keep your lower back down. 8. Great job. Lower your feet hips width distance. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Knock your knees together. And windshield wipe your knees from side to side. Hug your knees in. Regular crunches. Stamp your feet down, hips width distance. Hands go behind the back of your head. Lift a little bit higher as you crunch. Lift, hover, lift, lift. 10. Great job. Hands down by your side. Take your knees in. Once again, I encourage you to do both at the same time. This time, legs go straight and exhale in, or one leg at a time. Exhale, exhale. Your variation, not here for as long. Lower back stays high. This does not have to be a low hover. You can kick up at a diagonal for 4. Breathe 3. Use your lower belly 2. And then keep your diagonal. Exhale, lift up. Hover and lift. This time I'm lifting my tailbone just slightly, using my legs, using my core, tapping up towards the ceiling. Here's 8. Breathe 7. A little bit lower, 6. Toes a little bit higher, 5. Belly should be shaking, 4. 3. 2. And 1. Stamp your feet down, hips width distance. Option to grab a heavy weight and bring it to your hip for bridge pose. This is optional, can be even 2 weights if that feels comfortable into your hip flexors. You can skip the weights if you like. Drive heels down, lift your hips up. I'm holding onto the weights, so if they move around, just hold it to the creases of your hips. Now hover down halfway, lift, lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift, lift. Here's 10. Stay lifted with the weights, lifted in your bridge pose, lift as high as you can, and then pulse it out. Down, lift, hover, lift, lift, lift. Exhale. 10. And slowly release your hips. Release the weights off to the side. Knock your knees together and soles of your feet out wide. Let your pelvic floor spill forward and shake out your hips. Take your feet hips width distance. You can watch me first. You'll grab the weights for a wide row while on your back. Your elbows are out wide. Make sure it feels okay into your back and into your shoulders as you press overhead. If you feel anything wonky, you can skip it. Inhale down, exhale lift. Your chin is tucked towards your chest, so feel comfortable through the back of your neck. And we're here for 8. Feel as if you're on a bench press, pressing a heavy board up. Lift. 4 more. Legs are still active. 3. Navel towards the spine. 2. And keep your weights overhead. Don't drop the weights. Palms towards your center or towards each other. Bend your elbows 90 degrees and exhale, press up. Exhale, press up. This is more of a challenge with heavy weights. You can switch the weight size if you need. We're here for 5. Breathe 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Take the weights to the side. Grab the back of your thighs and rock and roll up to a seat. So you arrive onto your sitting bones. You can also add a pillow, foam roll. Block could work for support, and you can kind of lean into it a little bit. Take one heavy weight, we'll twist in Navasana boat. Lift your chest slightly, lean back, and then twist, 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 twist. So you want to twist with the weights rather than just swinging the weights right and left. Twist, twist. So I'm not twisting too deep. Twist, exhale, exhale. To go a little bit deeper, you can go low, low. You can even can't say that word today. Skip the block if you're going a little bit lower. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Go ahead and place the block to the top of your mat. Spin around to a forearm plank. So forearm plank, you can take the block in between your forearms, and this is for my size. So again, if you have wider shoulders, you may not be able to squeeze the block. So you can just stay hands in an 11. Extend your legs long. All right, and just hold here. Fan out your fingers nice and wide. Activate your glutes. Activate your inner thighs, navel in. Keep holding. Head is up. Press the upper back towards the ceiling. Body is beginning to shake. Breathe. 3, 2. Drop down to your knees. Move the block away. Come all the way down onto your hips and belly. Reach your hands forward, front of your room, and take your right hand, left leg. Lift, hover, opposite hover, lift, lift. You're engaging your back shoulders, your glutes, opposite hand, opposite foot. Lift, lift. 10. Each side, 5, 5. A little bit higher, last 2. Each side. And come back, tabletop position, hands to the mat, circle around your hips. All right, we'll get into glute work. You can take blocks underneath your hands if you like, create fists, or even drop down to the forearms. Take one weight behind your right knee, flex your foot, so keep your weight in. Take your right leg up and out to the side. Lift and out to the side. If going out to the side or lifting is too much, just ditch the weights. Do what feels good for you. Maybe just go up and down or just to the side if that works. Just 5 more. Feel resistance every time you lift up and out. 1 more. All right, and slowly take it to the other side. Each side feels a little bit different. Flex your foot, take your time, lift and side. Lift and side. Keep your weight towards center, puff up your upper back. 5 more. All right, and slowly release. Great job. Release the weight. Take just pelvic floor tilt. So cow pose, suck in your belly, drop your tail, lift tailbone up and down. All right, so you can stay in tabletop position. We call these rainbows. Your legs will be straight. Right leg goes straight and you'll tap right, left, right, left. I encourage you to go up, right, up, left, up, right, up, left. You can also take it down to your forearms. We're here for 10. Three more. Right up, left up, right up, left up. One more. Draw your knees in, shift your weight back, take a break. Shift your weight forward, other side. Left leg goes long, square your hips, tap up, right, up, left, up, right, up, left. Here's 10. Up, right, up, left. Two more. Great job. Arrive to a seat or stretch all the way back. Lift up. Last strength-based exercise is forearm plank once again. So in this forearm plank, hands in 11, shift your weight back. Great option to stay here.